3 invasions, 3 visions, 1 unforgettable alien apocalypse. From the retro paranoia of the 1950s to Spielberg's nerve-shredding blockbuster, to the latest high-tech spectacle of 2025, War of the Worlds has been reimagined for nearly a century. Before we even step into the movie theater, we have to acknowledge where it all really began for most audiences, not in print with HG.
We are bringing you an eyewitness account of what's happening on the Wilmuth Farm, Grover's Mill, New Jersey.
Wells' 1898 novel, but in the airwaves of 1938, that's when a young Orson Welles and Mercury Theater on the Air performed War of the Worlds as a Halloween radio drama. Presented as a series of live news bulletins, it sounded so real to some listeners that panic spread in certain parts of the country. While the extent of that panic has been exaggerated over time, the broadcast became one of the most famous moments in American media history. It proved the story's power to grip an audience and its ability to reflect society's deepest fears. That broadcast planted a seed that would grow into decades of adaptations, including the films we're talking about today. The first cinematic version arrived in 1953 when George Pal's War of the Worlds brought Wells's tale to the big screen in glorious Technicolor. This wasn't just science fiction, it was a Cold War anxiety dream. The Martian craft, sleek and menacing like metallic manta rays, floated ominously over the landscape, unleashing their iconic warbling heat rays. For audiences of the time, the special effects were groundbreaking, pushing the limits of model work, matte paintings, and sound design. The story followed scientists and military men grappling with an unstoppable enemy, and beneath it all was the era's quiet but unmistakable fear of nuclear annihilation. The film's strength was its atmosphere, grand, colorful, and tinged with religious overtones that culminated in mankind's salvation. But its characters were more functional than deep, and by modern standards, the pacing feels quaint. Still, it's hard to overstate its influence on the alien invasion genre.
And there before my eyes, stark and silent, lay the Martians with the hungry birds pecking and tearing brown shreds of flesh from their dead bodies.
8:30?
We said 8 o'clock.
Hello, Dad.
Get a hug?
Fast forward more than 50 years to 2005, when Steven Spielberg reimagined the story with Tom Cruise at the center. Here, the focus shifts from generals and governments to one man trying to save his children. The invasion bursts into life with one of the most jaw-dropping reveals in modern sci-fi, the towering tripods erupting from beneath the earth. Gone are the slow, gliding war machines of the 1950s. These tripods are living nightmares, fast, towering, and relentless. Spielberg's handheld camera work and muted, almost washed-out colors drop us right into the chaos, making it feel like we're there, dodging rubble and debris. It's gritty, intense, and grounded in raw human survival. Some critics felt the family drama occasionally leaned into cliché, and the ending, faithful to Welles, still came off abrupt to some viewers. Yet, with so many moving parts, some viewers feel the emotional core gets lost in the grand sweep of destruction.
The world is going dark as we speak.
This is terrible.
Which brings us to the 2025 version of War of the Worlds. This latest version blends global scale with intimate storytelling, aiming to capture both the human and political fallout of an extraterrestrial war. Unlike the 1953 classic, which kept its focus on a small-town America, or Spielberg's 2005 version, which stayed locked on Tom Cruise's desperate family journey, this film explodes the canvas. The story spans continents, London under siege, refugee camps in Africa, political chaos in Washington, and alien footholds in Asia. Instead of one central hero, we follow a diverse roster: a disillusioned diplomat, a frontline medic, a teenage hacker, and an exiled astrophysicist. Their stories collide as humanity struggles to unite against the onslaught. Visually, it's jaw-dropping.
Here tell yet what they're comprised of.
No, sir. I've never seen anything like this.
Eyewitness video is coming in from all over the world.
The alien war machines aren't just metal tripods. This time, they're bioorganic constructs, living weapons that regenerate when destroyed. One battle in Berlin shows a tank division wipe out a massive invader, only to watch in horror as it grows itself back together. The film also dares to ask deeper questions. Why are the aliens here? Some clues suggest resource extraction, others point to them as climate refugees from a dying world. That ambiguity adds a layer of mystery and strategy missing from earlier takes. And instead of the invasion beginning with sudden explosions, it opens with a failed attempt at peaceful contact. An international summit shattered by a psychic pulse that crippled human leaders. Where the 2005 version channeled post-9/11 anxiety, this one leans heavily into climate crisis allegory. The devastation the aliens bring feels uncomfortably similar to the disasters we've inflicted on ourselves. And while governments bicker and alliances fracture, the film emphasizes that survival depends on cooperation across borders. The pacing is faster, the stakes feel bigger, and the themes are sharper. Some critics argue it sacrifices emotional intimacy for spectacle, but there's no denying it's the boldest, most global war of the worlds yet.
The world is going dark as we speak.
If you had fun watching this, tap that like button. It really helps more people discover us. Drop a comment and share your thoughts, ideas, or even your favorite moment from the video. And if you want to be the first to catch our next adventure, hit subscribe and ring that notification bell. Every click helps us grow and bring you even more exciting, binge-worthy content. Thanks for being part of our community. We couldn't do it without you.